All right, everybody, we go with the weekly reading, the week of the 26th through August 1st, 2026. Wow, we are rolling through. I got a pre-shuffle here. What actions are they going to take? Well, I think based on yesterday, I can dig it. Based on yesterday, they got to cover that story, burnt the bridge here, maybe a little bit. I don't know, 10 wands crossed by the 4 of wands. It's going to be very hard. Somebody's really thinking hard about how hard it's going to be. They're thinking, follow me here, they're thinking hard about how hard it's going to be to have the happy new beginning with you, and what they're going to say, what they way buried underneath all kinds of stuff. But you know what? The King of Pentacles and the High Priestess and the King of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles, they want it, and they feel like, you know what? I think it'll go all right. Somebody just takes a flyer, I think, because of their ego. Their ego gets in. It's right there. Somebody's worried about what they, what's going on under the scenes. What are you thinking? Whatever. And then somehow their ego seems to kick in, and I think they just take a flyer on it. I think somebody might show up. There's a strong pull towards you. The energy flow is leaning strong toward the DF side, which is most of you that are watching. So we'll see. I think I talked about that in this past Wednesday's soulmate journey or something like that. I may have said something like that. I remember saying it in something. It might have been an extended for something. I don't know. Anyway, let's go. Let's shuffle the deck right now. The week. Give me the week, universe, of July 26th through August 1st, 2026. Let's see where we're at. What actions they're likely to take. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you with you or your family, please love cherry here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. I'm not a fucking time lord. It's a weekly reading, but it could happen for some of you in August. Might have happened for some of you earlier this month. I don't know. All right? Just pulling on the energies. It depends how fast you're moving on your timeline. What kind of free will decisions have you made? Have you fucked up and made a bunch of bad decisions, knocked you off course? It's just like taking a journey in the car, right? You could be going, you could be going from here to here, point A to point B. But if you make a bunch of dumb decisions, well, I'm going to try this over here, I'm going to do that over here, it take you forever to get there. I mean, it is what it is. All kinds of distractions. It's no big deal. It just depends where you are on your timeline. God knows I've made my mistakes. I should be a lot further along than I am. All right, here we go. Overall energy of everything that's going to fall on the table. A very wheel spinny Knight of Pentacles. Deer in the headlights. And the Four of Swords. Wow. The answers, my friend, are blowing in the wind. I think somebody, I'm going to expand on this energy a bit. I'll see. I'll go, yeah, Two of Cups. I think somebody realizes that the answers have been staring them in the face the whole time. Like I said, I think they just go for it. I do. I think something finally happens here. Or they want it to anyway. I don't know. We did have the context yesterday. It started with 7 swords. So let's see. Let's see where we go. We're going to clarify with the witches. Randomly at the bottom is the 6 of Cups. That's pretty good, right? Soulmate returning. Somebody showing up. Let's see where we go. Our story begins with Aries, position 1, ends with Pisces, position 12. About 9 out of the 12 should resonate. We're just splitting the cycle into 12 pieces, okay? That's it. There's text at the top of the description explains why there's no timestamps here. That's not how life works. It's not how a cycle works. And everything is cycles. Everything is energy. Everything is connected. And energy is measured in cycles. You're part of all kinds of cycles at the same time. It's like a club. You're in all kinds of clubs all at the same time. All right, here we go. Position 1, our story. Let's do it. Where do we start? 10 swords. Okay. All right, let's get everybody in the right position. Let's roll with this thing. Let's do it. 10 swords. This also bookends position 4, the hot spot of the connection cycle, the Cancerian energy, because it's a Cancerian themed cycle. So it's technically, the corners are very important in a reading like this. And that's one of the corners right there. Somebody, I still feel this burnt bridge. I feel like this is a 10 that does reset to an Ace of Swords or an Ace of some kind. Why is it here? Yeah, it's crossed by a tower. We've got a new beginning coming here. All right, somebody already knows that this is destroyed and done. I'm going to say guerrilla math caveman, unga bunga way of looking at it and figuring it is, well, it's already destroyed. We could just start again, right? It doesn't really matter. Yeah, we're kind of skipping that part about how it got destroyed. See, they don't, remember yesterday's reading started with the 7 swords, right? They don't want you to know that they lied about this or lied about it. It's a burnt bridge that you may not know is burnt. It is possible. So they want to avoid that. So it's sort of a guerrilla math way of looking at things, but it's like, well, it's already torn down. Let's just build here. How it got torn down, why it's torn down. I mean, if it got torn down, the tower got torn down because it was in, oh, I don't know, Tornado Alley. Maybe not a good spot to build again. I mean, I'm just kind of spitballing here. I'm just thinking, and it's that kind of a thing. Maybe we shouldn't. So it's about getting together. It's about getting back together. But for you, the question is, should you? Right? Okay? And it's something for you to consider. What's on top here? 4 of Wands. What did I say? I don't know why I'm your 21st, 113th favorite. 4 of Wands. Well, you might recognize the 4 of Wands. We had it in the very beginning. I've got 2 cups. I got 2 soulmates coming together. They're showing up for some healing. I had it in the pre-shuffle. And I had 10 wands about how hard it is. Now, well, it's a piece of cake. It's already torn down. We just build there. Right? So they want everything I just said just got validated. Why is that here? Chariot, Cancerian energy. This book ends the Cancerian energy. They're just going to plow forward. Somebody's determined. This is determination. Determined to have a happy new beginning with you. We're going to build again here. Yeah, but it's Tower Teardown Alley. Yeah, but we're just going to rebuild again. But do you remember why the tower fell before? It doesn't matter. We're just going to rebuild again. But did you tell me you had a mansion and a Ferrari? Never mind that. We're just going to rebuild again. Right? You see what I'm saying? It's that kind of energy. So the question for you is, should you? I know what they want to do. Okay, I mean, it's pretty clear. All right, Taurus, position 2. Tower Teardown Alley. Let's rebuild. Okay. All right. It's your money. All right, 8 of Pentacles. This is an escalation. I'm going to say you got to correct me if I'm wrong. But if I'm right, you had a 7 of Pentacles yesterday. And I said something about they're going to tell a friend to tell you, right? That kind of a thing. Yeah, I've got somebody here. Thinks they got you hooked. Thinks they got a way in. Okay. All right. Your person is the spider, and they think they got you in the web. All right. It's like they go to that friend, and they go, did you deliver my message to Steve's viewer? Yeah, I did. Oh, good. Gotcha. Right? That kind of a thing. I don't know if they do or not. I don't think so. I don't. All right. 8 Pentacles. Now, again, this might be future influence for you, but that's the way the energy reads. I'm fueled up with a good breakfast, so I mean, we're reading the energy pretty good here. It fell on the floor. I shit you not. A magician reversed. I would have read it as smoke and mirrors anyway. I'm going to turn it upright. But whenever I read a magician as smoke and mirrors, it's a magician reversed. It's the trickster. All right? But it did fall on the floor reversed. The universe wanted to make sure I read it that way. Why is that here? Yeah, the 6 of Cups. Somebody thinks they got you. Somebody thinks you're going to come to them. Somebody thinks you're going to come to them. Right? Queen of Wands. All right, there we go. It's a very superficial energy. It's very nonsense. They think you, I could phrase this 1,000 different ways. They think you need them because they've got all the money or they've got the house. So they're going to come back. Right? I'm living in our dream house and they left. They're going to come back. Kind of a thing like that. I don't know. I'm just catch my drift. Don't take me literally. But they think they got you hooked. You'll be back. It's like a boomerang effect. Don't worry about it. It'll be back. Yeah, but you just chucked it into the woods. It'll be back. Relax. Relax. That kind of a thing. Crossing all this, by the way, is the King of Cups. Somebody's just sitting there. It's like, I know they want it, Steve. Okay. All right. I don't know. I don't think so. Again, the question for you remains. And I think it'll remain for the whole reading. And I want you to remember, should you? I want you to say to yourself, yeah, but should I? Should I get back together with this person? So far, we got a nice fusing of the energy here. Gemini position 3. Now, I liked Gemini position 3 person the other day. They were building a candle company for you and them, right? Doing something, distracted with something that benefits you and them. The Hangman. That is somebody who is looked inside themselves. Your person has looked inside themselves and said, you know what? It's time to make some changes. I like this energy. I like this person right now, and I like this energy. I still think they're very controlled by some third energy that's orbiting them. It's not orbiting as close as it used to, though. All right? Your connection's having an impact. Whether you've talked to this person or not makes no difference. Energetically, you're connected. So, this is what it is. All right, let's go. Tell me, oh, fuck me. Tell me about the Hangman. Yeah, somebody here. 9 cups. Somebody's doing for them. It's time for me to get what I want. It's time for me to do something for me. Okay. What's on top? Ace of Wands. A lot of fire in the belly. Why is that here? The Knight of Wands. A lot of fire in the belly. What's the bridge? Page of Swords. Somebody got really disappointed in themselves. Somebody feels like they've let themselves down. The Page of Swords is bookending the Hangman, right? They've really looked inside themselves and realized they let themselves down. They're making some sweeping changes. And I made the joke the other day about the candle business because it was on the 8 of Pentacles that was there, right? I remember that energy. But I mean, yeah, they're doing something that benefits them and you. They're considering you in the them. It's very nice, okay? Position 4, Cancer, the hot spot of the cycle. Bookends over here. Mr. or Mrs. determined to rebuild the tower in Tower Teardown Alley. Okay, really good. The Hermit. Very strangely, that's your energy attached to this here. All right. Your wisdom is going to come in handy here. It's what I said already. What's the wise thing in all this? You asking the philosophical question of should I? All right? Not just getting excited because somebody returned with their willy out, ready to go rebuild the tower with you. Stop. Your soul is screaming at you. Why? Why? Should I? Should I do this? I know I want to. I think you do. I think some of you, there's an attraction here that can't be denied. I'm getting some nice cards. 4 of Wands is potential. But, just keep your wisdom about you. You've heard people say keep your wits about you. Keep your wisdom about you. Remember you're an old soul. Remind yourself of that. Okay? I think you're dealing with a soul that's younger than you a little bit. With the exception being the Leo soap opera, where their person has an extremely old soul. I often have said in the Leo soap opera readings, I think it's older than mine, which is probably why I'm getting the energy, because I'm probably getting through to a lot. I've had a lot of people from the Leo soap opera have said that person's come in. As you watch the general views of the Leo soap opera dip a little bit, those are people that have come in for the most part. For the most part. Obviously, I'm not the warlock on the hill, and I don't control anybody's free will. But the energy reads pretty tight. But I think for you guys, you're the wise one here. Keep your wisdom about you, okay? The Hermit. Whoa. Okay. That's the bottom card. Why is it? It's coming back again, but it doesn't want me to see it because it matches that one. It's the 9 of Cups. It's the Emperor. Yeah. That's really weird. Okay, that is really weird. And it goes with what I said. It's the Empress and the 9 of Cups crossing. It's what I said. You may really want this. Oh, but I really want to keep your wisdom about you. Remember who you are. Okay? Remember you're the person who in some of the extendeds, I stop, freeze, and say, who are you? Like as the energy rolls in. Remember you're that person. All right. It's on top. Queen of Swords. Why is that here? The Sun. Forget about what makes you happy here. Is it a good idea? Should we rebuild the tower in a place called Tower Teardown Alley? Okay? Should we do that? Do you want to build here? Do you really want to build here? Ask yourself that. Cut out the happiness. Forget about how happy this person makes you. Forget about how much you love their dick chakra. push chakra, whatever the fuck it is you love about this person. Forget about what makes you happy and keep your wisdom about you. You can still go for, even if your wisdom says it's a bad idea, you can go, this is crazy, and just do it. But as long as you know what you're getting into here, all right? I think somebody does. I think there's a lot of flow toward the DF side as far as communication right now through the end of the year. And this is a week where the nodes are changing signs. And I was going to say, as the North Node moves into Aquarius, shit gets real. All right, okay. All right, let's go. Good advice here. Please take it. All right. I'm harping on this because this is the all signs position. And it's important because it bookends what I read over here. Somebody's determined to rebuild that tower. It's not a good spot to rebuild. Okay? I'm just, until, it's risky. Okay. Sometimes you got to say, what the fuck? I get it, but okay. Leo soap opera, position 5. Judgment. Resurrection energy. Why is it a resurrection energy? What did I say yesterday? What were they doing? Oh, they were wishing they were free. No, somebody here is just refusing to change. Refusing to they just keep it's like re-signing a contract. They get a chance to leave, or you could sign this new 2-year contract. They just keep signing the fucking contract. Why? Because it's easier. Fuck me. Why is judgment here? It's crossed by the Hierophant. There's some sort of marriage here. It's to a family. It's to a person who I call Little Lord Fuckwit. It's all Little Lord Fuckwit. It's either Little Lord Fuckwit or Little Lord Fuckwits, plural, around this person. And it's all fucking superficial shit. It's all fucking toxic. It's all fucking long term. It's all more like a cult than a family or a marriage or a job or whatever. Nuts. What's on top? The King of Wands. There's Little Lord Fuckwit right there. The Burger King. Gotta have it their way. But there's some security here. There's some ego boost. Maybe in their world, they get ego boosted by people. I see this a lot with popular people, celebrities and shit like that. Oh, in their world, everyone's like, yo, you're great, you're awesome, you're this, you're that. It's hard to leave that comfort zone and go to a place where nobody knows your name. Nobody knows who you are. You're not the shit. It is a little bit of that. In their world, they're coddled in some way. Why is that here? Almighty dollar. Almighty dollar, euro, yen, wen, won, dong, whatever the fuck you spend, it's right there. Unreal. They just keep resurrecting it. Do I want a bridging energy here? I don't. It's the Page of Cups. Just love is outweighed by the Almighty Pentacle. Okay? And they just keep resurrecting it, and it makes me angry. They're a better soul than that. They're better than that. They are. It's nonsense. All right. Fuck them. Okay. Let's go. Virgo, position 6. Sometimes my wild card. Sometimes you guys show up here. The fucking magician. All right. Here you are. It's you. Your energy's here. You got all the tools you need. No, you do kind of. You're about to learn how the trick works. Can I phrase it that way? Does that make sense? You're about to learn how the trick works. What's the trick, Steve? I don't know. I'm not living your life with you. Am I your fucking roommate? I don't fucking know what the trick is. There's something. You're going to see behind the curtain. What curtain, Steve? I don't know. Come on now. You've all got a curtain or something that you need to see behind or whatever. You're going to learn how the trick works. It could be anything. All right? I have no idea. The magician. That's just a way of phrasing it. You can handle whatever you find out. You can handle whatever you see. That's what I mean by you got all the tools you need. Okay? It's crossed by the 7 of Wands. This has been kept at bay. There's somebody in your life. This is you guys. So it's a vast majority of you watching. Greater than 80% of you. Okay? Assuming you're part of the cycle and this reading's for you, of that group of people, greater than 80%, this is for you. You're showing up in my reading. It doesn't matter if you're a Virgo. I don't give a shit if you've had sex or not. You could be a virgin. I don't care. Good for you, right? I say. All right. At the end of the day here, something's been kept at bay. Somebody's keeping something from you. Somebody's not showing you how something works. A lot of times this plays out in households. If you got maybe a roommate. I said roommate. It could be. I don't say anything that's not part of the reading, but in a relationship, in a marriage, right? You get that one person who just handles all the finances. They do all the stuff. They handle all the books, and you never really get to go near it. You ask, and they don't want you to. No, I want to handle it. It really is a control issue, by the way. Okay, you should really know how everything works in your world, at least a little bit, because if anything happens to that person, you're fucked if you don't know how shit works, right? You need to know, well, how do you pay for this? How do you pay for that? My wife made me do a whole fucking spreadsheet of all the shit that I handle around here with detailed instructions and screen grabs of I shit you not. I've described her to you. You know, she's like Sheldon from Big Bang Theory. So yeah, you can imagine this it's a Word doc with an Excel. I got pie graphs on there. I mean, it's unreal. Right? I mean, if anything happens to me, she'll be fine. It's that kind of a thing. That happens a lot. Somebody's not showing you how something works. You're about to find out how it works. And I think maybe you're getting this reading because in the process of finding out how it works, you also, you become stronger for it. You do. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's just Queen of Pentacles, Hermit, Temperance. It's time that you know. There's a reason. There's just something about this that makes you whole, makes you feel good. I don't know. Somebody's been keeping something from you. It's time you know how to do it. It grows your energy to know this, to figure it out. It could be something that has to do with your household. But what's interesting to me was Temperance, bookending this. There's a truth. It implies that the truth here implies that somebody has been keeping it from you. I think you knew all along. I got the Hermit and the Queen of Pentacles. I think you were aware. I think you just find out for real. It has something to do with somebody with control of the pentacle. Okay? I don't know what that means. Control of the pentacle. But it's time you had. What was I talking about? What did I just tell you about my wife making me do the spreadsheets with the fucking pie graphs and everything? Equal control. Somebody else is keeping you at bay and having control over that pentacle. Now, you get to find out the truth, which you may have known all along, but you're just finding out some things and learning how to do things. It grows your vibration, and now you get equal, right? King and Queen of Pentacles, equal control over that. That's all. Something you didn't have control over before. It could be, I don't have a devil. I don't see one. I got the moon. You've been kept in the dark. Somebody masks it with love, maybe. I just want to take care of this baby to help you out. I want to do something. I want to take something off your plate, baby. Right? Anytime somebody throws in the word baby and they're not a fucking rock star writing a song, you got a fucking problem. Okay? But, I mean, again, somebody kept you in the dark. That's all. It could be nefarious. It could be whatever. I don't know. Maybe just for some of you, you're married or whatever, and my idea, my wife's idea of the spreadsheet is something you should know. Everybody in the house should know how to do everything. Okay? Plain and simple. Because somebody could get hit by a fucking bus and then all shit goes to shit. All right? So you're finding out how the tricks work. Right? And somebody who won't show you, that's suspect. Keep that in mind. Start doing some digging. Your spidey sense will go off. Start finding the truth. You're well protected. You won't get caught. All right? Not with Archangel Michael there. All right. Do what you want. But that's what's there. Okay. Libra, position 7. Let's move on. Since you guys were showing up, that was for a lot of you. I harp on it. All right. Temperance. This is tied with this. Let's go. All right. Let's do it. Continuation. Temperance. The Fool. It's a Fool on a whole new level. We've gotten past Judgment here. Right? How do I know that? Well, to get to a Fool on a new level, you got to get past Judgment, because then the world is implied. Here's Judgment way over here. We're already past Judgment. We got past it. You learned how the trick works. Good for you. Somebody here coming in to tell you the truth. It allows you to move forward with this person quickly, fast. This is nice. It frees you. Your patience is about to pay off about something. What's on top? The 10 of Pentacles. Holy shit. Why is that here? And the 10 of Wands. Some sort of, and the 10 Swords. Yeah. Once and for all energy. What does that mean? Some sort of burden that's been in your life is going away. This truth, let's show you. This truth, these bookend, this truth puts an end to something. Something to do with the household that's been a burden. Is that vague? Yeah. What the fuck am I supposed to do? There's thousands of people watching. Well, you want examples of that? Things that have been a burden coming to an end? Healing through truth. You finally tell your spouses, your in-laws have been staying with you, and you finally tell them how much you think they're shit and they should get out. There's some healing through truth and a burden lifted. I don't know. It could be anything. But this is good news. Take it for what it's worth to you. It'll play out differently for all of you. All right? I'm not the amazing Kreskin, and I'm just reading energy, and I'm not reading for one person. So, something here gets healed through some truth being said or a piece of information being found out from an outside source that puts an end to something that's been a burden on your household. Okay? Perhaps this is also the energy of a lottery win. In an extreme case, it really is. You got the numbers right. Maybe you only get 5 of them. It's still a good payout. All right. My hot Scorpios. You had a hangman yesterday. I wrote it down. Now you got a chair. I said, re-fucking wine, because I wrote down some shit from yesterday. That was a crazy reading. I said, when I pulled that hangman, I said at some point during it, I know I said it, unless I edited it out, because I did a lot of thinking during that I just got rid of. I said, enjoy the hangman time because it goes away quickly, right? It just somebody's going to show up and break you out of the hangman time. You're not going to have time anymore to think about anything in the coming week. I believe this happens after the nodes change. All right? I believe it does. Chariot. Why is it here? Your journey on the soulmate cycle. You may not like me to say this, but I'm going to say it because it's here. This is Cancerian energy. It represents this cycle to me sometimes, and this is one of those times. I'm just going to say this. I'm probably just saying it to a few of you who identify with position 8 here. No, you don't have to be a Scorpio. Your experience, your ride through the soulmate journey has actually only just begun. I will tell you that. And I don't care. For a few of you who that's for, you've been in it for the whole time already. All right, the Chariot. You'll be seeing signs that original person, for some of you that have been in it a while, the original person you were watching tarot readings for, you might have given up on them, and that's coming up a lot. We saw it in the soulmate journey, somebody you gave up on, right, a long time ago, right? You might be seeing signs of things that happened this time of year with that person many years ago. You might. I had somebody call me up who doesn't believe in all this stuff, and talk about how they had something happen with somebody that happened at exactly this time of year, but it was like 6 years ago. What does it mean, Steve? Oh, all of a sudden you believe in this stuff now. When something crazy happens, you call old Steve. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Oh, yeah. I believe it. So pay attention to things that are going on. Things somebody says on a TV show, for example. The universe talks to you through a lot of different sources. All right? Pay attention. The 4 of Cups. Relaxing time is about to end. All right? Your period of introspection, thought, maybe apathy, maybe I'm not interested in anything, Steve, I just want to be alone, is coming to a close. Why? Strength. And the High Priestess. And the Page of Pentacles. Something you figure out when you're in that. It's not necessarily somebody charging in. It could be. But something you figure out. This is my student. Bookending the Chariot. Something you figure out when you're in the hangman, when you're just having that could be a brief moment of introspection. You just drift for a moment while you're lying there in bed some afternoon, just chilling, right? Something you figure out lights up your fucking heart chakra, and instantly shit starts coming at you. People, places, situations, ideas. All of a sudden everything changes based on one little thing that you figure out. That little light bulb that goes off in that hangman you had yesterday. Ting! Right? The little light that's right on over his head as he's hanging over the water. Right? Activates your heart chakra. It's amazing. All right, let's go. Let's go to the 11th dimension now. I wrote down this one too. Sagittarius, position 9. For more of you than watch it, somebody making unilateral plans for you behind the scenes. For your greater good, I suppose. The Empress. It's like the energy coming off this is very strange. Think about the Empress. Everybody, if you had a club, everybody would want the Empress to be in their club, right? It's like that. Somebody wants you to be a part of something. And rather than ask you and have you say no, I feel like they're just making you a part of it. They're just writing your name in. Okay. All right. Well, I've done something similar to this once. I mean, I suppose it wasn't that nefarious, but yeah. Anyway, I can kind of. I'm not really sure how to describe the energy except with clubs. Not that I had a club when I did it, but it's sort of like we had these. I was operations manager at this job this is back in the 90s, a long time ago, and we had these groups that we were setting up, and I was heading one of the groups, and there was this girl who worked there. She was super hot. And I had the power to do it. I erased her out of somebody else's group and put her in mine and switched the names out, right? I mean, it's similar to that, or similar to switching the seating at an event or a wedding because you want to sit next to somebody. It's like that kind of thing, right? All right. Anyway, it's like that. All right. Here we go. Let's see where we go here. Why is the Empress here? Okay. I see the bottom card. 3 of Pentacles. I'm not that far off. Somebody wants partnership. Somebody wants you in their group. It's not that far off. All right? It really isn't. Oh, fucking hell. Wait. If your name is Emily, I probably did that to you a long time ago. So I'm sorry about that. All right, let's go. What's on top here? Oh my God, the Emperor. Somebody is taking control. I'm spot on here. I mean, it's just, I don't believe it. The Knight of Swords. A message of change. What did I say I did? I took control. I said, wait a second. I'm the operations manager. They're just a supervisor. Fuck you. You don't get Emily. I get Emily. Right? Move that name over. You could have this shit person over here. I don't want them. Right? It's a bit of that. Somebody is taking control and making some changes. Because they want you in their group. They want you on their journey. This is the beginning of a journey. It's a 0 card. And the major card. I'm spot on. I don't know how it plays out specifically for you. I'm probably not that far off with a work thing, with a project or something like that. And I don't necessarily know whether you even want to be in this. I think you'd like to have more say. I think you can. But somebody might be with the Emperor. The Emperor is the king of undermining. And this is my Paul Revere card, which, while it's false history, that when I went to school for a little while in New England, they shoved down your throats like fucking crazy town, that he rode around in the night yelling, the redcoats are coming, the British are here, we're coming, whatever. That never happened. The British were already here. It was quiet. They just secretly went around and said, shh, pass the word, right? That kind of a thing. Very, very quiet. But using it as the false history, Paul Revere here, it's very much as somebody, again, in the dark of night, taking control of something, taking control away from you on something. Has something to do with a project or partnership or something along those lines, all right? Could also be somebody sabotaging your relationship with somebody else because they want you. So pay attention to that, all right? And that's for more of you than realize it. Could be future influence, but that kind of shit happens all the time. It's especially true if you have Empress energy, which is very attractive, or if you got Empress tits, which are very attractive. If you're hot, if you're handsome, if you're a guy, whatever. That kind of shit happens all the time. All right? I will tell you, Emily was hot. All right, Capricorn, position 10. It was the 90s. They were different times, people. Okay, all right. 3 of Pentacles, right there. Look at that. 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles. All right. I don't know. I don't know what this is. I don't think these two tie together. They might, on some level. I feel like there's some sabotage here. That's interesting. What did you get yesterday? I've got the song Leaving on the Jet Plane ringing in my head. I'm leaving on the jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. That kind of thing. Was that you? I don't remember what you, I swear I do not remember what you got, but I got 3 pentacles here. So I got somebody sabotaging. If you're leaving on a jet plane, somebody might sabotage the plane. No, that's not. Somebody might prevent you from leaving. Do something, let the air out of your tires, cancel your cab or your Uber or whatever you kids are riding in these days. I don't know. All right. We got all these automatic cars riding around our neighborhood all fucking day. No driver. I ain't getting in one of those fucking things. All right, it's crossed by the 2 of Pentacles right there. Somebody's frustrated. Somebody doesn't know what to do. What do I do? Steve's viewer's leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when they'll be back again. Okay. I mean, they don't know what to do. It's frustration. It's heat. You could see the heat, right? Feel the heat. You can see it. What's up? 7 of Pentacles. Why is that here? 8 of Swords. They don't know what to do. Somebody losing their shit. All right, the 4 of Cups. Somebody here is the bridging energy. Somebody doesn't know what to do. They feel like they're at a loss. In the near future or this week, the energy could be setting up for somebody to be upset that you're leaving. Could be leaving a job, could be leaving whatever. I don't know. Take it for what it's worth to you. That is really strong energy, and the cards fell just right. Okay, they'd like to stop you. They don't know how. All right. Capricorn. Aquarius, position 11. Might be tied together here. I don't know. Freudian slip. Sometimes my other wild card spot. Sometimes you guys show up here, but you already showed up here, so it's unlikely. 6 of Pentacles. I think somebody attached to you does feel like you're spinning your wheels. Somebody attached to you is going to give you something to do because they think you're not doing enough. Again, I'll say what I said yesterday. I think I said roles can be reversed. Maybe you've been lazy. Maybe you haven't been doing stuff. You're like, I'm going to start doing stuff. Yeah, look. 6. It fell on the floor. 6 of Pentacles reversed. It fell on the floor like that. You heard me bend over. 10 Cups. And the bridge, 5 Swords. Again, somebody attached to you feels like you've been spinning your wheels. I think maybe you thought about it and you have a little bit. Well, I've been a little lazy. I don't know. And you realize you might be spinning your wheels. You might not be living up to your full potential. You haven't been giving as much as you should. You've been doing a lot of dreaming, not a lot of doing. And I think it's time. You feel like it's time to start doing. This week, you get off your ass and start doing. That's all. It may apply to you. It may not. And at least, if an outside energy thinks, and I can feel that energy. I feel why that energy might think you've been spinning your wheels. So if that's for you, I encourage you to at least consider it. Because the cards fell just right. Okay? And that really did fall on the floor. 6 of Pentacles reversed. I swear. It's unreal the way the cards are falling today. Crossing this is the 9 of Cups. That is, again, you not living up to your full potential. All right? So, I don't know. Take it for what it's worth to you. If you get angry at that message, that's really something. That's triggering. You need to pay attention. Then it's really for real. If you don't get angry, it doesn't mean it's not for you. It just means you're high enough vibration to go, well, yeah, maybe. High vibration people consider things before they get triggered and freak out. Okay? You don't get triggered think about it this way. When you get triggered by something, it's a chance for growth. Once you get past that and you grow and you increase your frequency, raise your vibration, you don't get triggered by that thing anymore, right? That's all I'm saying. That's it. So you might be high enough vibration that this doesn't trigger you, but you give it some consideration. All right? Well, maybe I'm not living up to my potential. Maybe I could be more. Right? Okay, there you go. Pisces, position 12, always read with 1 and 5. The Wheel of Fortune. Wow. It's a 10. 10's at the end, dead end that lead to a new beginning. It's major arcana. I'm oddly drawn to the owl, which is a barn owl. Somebody's coming out of spying and coming towards you. I don't think you know this person's been watching you. That is my little barn owl right there. It's not going to focus in time, but you can see him. He's right there. My little barn owl. The barn owl is the Page of Swords in this deck. The Page of Swords can be a spying energy, but it's often a spying energy that you don't know is there. You're unaware of it. The Page of Pentacles is often a spying energy, but you know it's there. Okay? At least here with me, okay, the way the energy flows. But a lot of readers read it that way. But that's the way the energy flows for me in my readings, and that's what this is. So, that being said, that barn owl tells me somebody's been eyeing you for something. Feels more like a job than love. I know it's Steve's love tarot, but soul's true purpose, clog dancing, business, whatever, practical things, a place you're supposed to be, your own personal mecca, sort of a thing. Play in a lot in the second half of soulmate cycles. I imagine in the second half of this soulmate cycle, it's going to be intense, because everything is intense in this soulmate cycle. All right, let's see. Why is it here? 3 swords. Yeah, we're turning that around. Why is that here? Is that the 3 swords from the Mercury direct reading? It might be. What's on top? 8 of Pentacles. Yep. The 2 of Pentacles. And the 2 of Swords. Yeah, somebody's coming out of stasis, and a Wheel of Fortune wanted to come out with the 2 of Swords. Somebody's coming out of stasis here. They've seen enough. It ties a little bit to this, which leads me to believe this is probably you guys. Somebody's been watching you, okay, barn owl, and they think that you could be more than you are. They're about to come in and let you know how you're letting yourself down, and also give you an opportunity, a 4 of Wands opportunity to move far ahead. Okay? This energy is probably just setting up right now. I don't think it all happens within a 4 or 5 day time span. But the energies are definitely setting up. There's definitely somebody watching you right now. If you identify with position 12 here, you don't have to be a Pisces or a fish. All right, let's pull 3 cards in a bottom card. Private eyes. They're watching me. All right? Or they're watching you, or whatever. Hall & Oates. Maybe Hall & Oates are watching you. Oh my God. All right, let's see where we go. 3 cards in the bottom card. Add it up, universe. Add it up. What do we get? What actions are they likely to take? Add it up. Chariot. Chariot. We opened with it. I mean, it's here. Yeah, determination. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is somewhere in this fucking reading somewhere. I mean, it's unreal. All right? Or it was in an underneath card or something. I don't know. I remember seeing a Knight of Swords somewhere. There it is. Right there. Yeah, I believe that. Anytime cards from here show up in the reading, it's important. Those are for a lot more people than probably thought. So if you skipped over there, not Sagittarius, good. I'm not your fucking astrologer. So I don't fucking care what your sign is. I could have called this Ford Motor Company, position 9. Doesn't matter, right? 6 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. All right. Underneath the Chariot, the Knight of Swords. Again, I want to go one more. And the 7 of Cups. So Chariot, Knight of Swords, 7 of Cups, crossing the 6 of Pentacles, read with the Lovers and the 9 of Pentacles. I'm going to paraphrase. So what actions are they going to take? It's minor arcana. It's up to their free will, but the universe is on board with the major arcana here with the Chariot. If they approach you, if they reach out, they're going to put on a show. Keep that in mind. It's going to be overkill. It will be a fucking production of some kind. There will be some kind of drama involved with it. All right? I'm very interested in this 9 of Pentacles because it's sort of I've really just kind of read this little section here. This is sort of a separate energy kind of off to the side with your energy attached to it. Take it for what it's worth to you. But the way the energy reads, some of you might be inclined to reject what comes towards you. I did say keep your soul about you, keep your wisdom about you and all of that kind of stuff. Forget about what makes you happy. Ask if you should go with this, okay? I want you to consider something about going with this person or joining energies, your energies joining forces, or at least resolving an issue with this energy. For most of you, if it's an outside energy, obviously not so much what I'm talking about here, although it can be. If you identify with position 12 here, pay attention to what I'm about to say, which is it benefits you. In some capacity, I'll phrase it this way, you get richer. You are enriched by going for it. So should you? I don't know. You got to consider this a little bit. It's there. You may not be aware of it. You might not see how, but it's there, and I'm just making you aware of it. I'm just doing my job. Make your own decisions. Do what you want to do. Okay? That's what I got. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. We got a big week of readings coming up. Big. We got node changes. We got fucking the monthly readings for August. You know, it's all coming up when the zodiac fly through and the fucking, oh man, I'm going to be busy. All right. So, take that for what it's worth to you, okay? That's there. It's a separate energy. That's your reading. Good luck.